What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Gray Area Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Giuseppe or Joseph, depending on what you want to go by. I'm here with Terrance, Terry.
Hello.
Terry G, TG13, many nicknames, really. T-Bone Steak.
I go by
assortment of names.
I guess I go by how I'm feeling for the day. And I guess I'm in a real I guess we could say Terrance mood today.
So this is just straight Terrance.
Yeah. Now we're straight. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Fair enough.
Let it rock as it is.
Just Terrance. All right. Well, Terrance, another great show on tap.
I'm bringing it today. I'm bringing it today. I'm ready.
Are you like Babe Ruth calling it? Like you're pointing to where you're
I'm calling it.
All right. I mean, hey.
I'm calling it. Home run.
I mean, listen, I love to hear it. I'm excited. Your energy lifts me up too, so I'm just excited.
There we go. Sometimes you gotta do the LeBron, and you gotta just be like, you know what? I gotta do it today.
Let's do it, man.
Do it.
Pandemic day 321.
The countdown continues.
The countdown continues. It's January 26th. What a day. But yeah, man. Let me ask you a question, Terrance. People have now listen.
Joe, before we go into this though, how's your week? Like,
how's my week?
Ever since we started the show, we don't really talk during the week because we try to save
for the show
a lot. Yeah, save a lot for the show. Like, so like, what's up?
It's been fine, man. It's been school starting in a couple days, so I'm not. I don't want to say nervous or anxious, but it's like. I've been off for like 6 weeks from school.
Yeah.
And I've just been chilling. There's a pandemic. I'm not really going anywhere, but I'm just relaxing. And now I got to get into the mindset of like multiple days during the week, I'm going to be working basically all day. So I got to get back into that mindset.
And you're doing an online school, right?
Yeah, it's online. So it's just me sitting here like doing, writing reports or answering questions or whatever it is. It's not the most fun thing in the world. But
God bless you. Because I mean, like I have to do some form of that, a little later for real estate. They want you to do like continuing education, which is like stupid because they want you to freaking do your classes over again. But mine's only 22 hours. I can get that over it. You got to do this.
This is longer than 4 months just for this semester, and then I got 3 more years. Terrance. Hopefully it's all worth it, though. Hopefully it's all worth it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure, you're going to take this and fly.
We'll look back on these episodes and be like, man, remember when we were in the pandemic and you would just start school?
Which is crazy because I just started, I'm not sure. You have HBO Max. HBO
I have
Max,
HBO
right?
Max, yes. Thanks to you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. I got you on like one of my profiles.
Thank you, sir. We share a lot of those accounts.
It's just like, but you know what? If people were friends like us, they're just like, you know what, like, yeah, like, here you go. People would save a lot of money because it's just like,
and to be fair, these companies expect it, man. It's not like Netflix doesn't know.
Yeah, of course
people are doing this. It's like, come on,
man. Like how many people have like one person Netflix login?
Yeah, like, everyone has. So I mean, everyone. I don't think I think for like a month I had my own Netflix, and then immediately I had a girlfriend. She took it, another girlfriend. It's just what happens. Which,
by the way, speaking on Netflix, something crazy happened to me this week, right? My week's been great. Thanks for asking.
Well, I didn't finish answering your call. I was gonna ask you afterwards. I mean, relax, guy.
just putting that little thing.
I mean, I literally was planning on asking you, but I hadn't even finished what I was saying about my week. But fine.
Oh well, go ahead.
If you want to be,
I don't want to interrupt. No, I don't want to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, I mean,
you didn't finish it. Yeah.
I was saying I had a good week. Just been relaxing, prepping for school. I've been playing some games and reading. It's been a good week. Terrance, how's your week been?
My week's been great, sir. I appreciate you for asking.
Of course.
It's just so no, like I had a great week or whatever. Everything's been great. But something crazy happened.
Something crazy happened involving Netflix?
Right? So I wake up and, obviously you check your emails every time you wake up, right? Looking for something random. Maybe you got some good news. So I look and I'm seeing Netflix. Now normally, because I told you I canceled my Netflix because I'm not paying their increase of pricing. I don't really care.
Their annual increase.
Right. So normally, if I see an email from Netflix, it's normally, oh, please come back. Look what you're missing.
Do they
Netflix
really
now
send
has
those
this.
like please come back emails?
Yeah, yeah,
Like an
absolutely.
ex-girlfriend who's just like
Absolutely.
desperate to get you back.
They're like, yeah, they're like, please come back, and everything, right? So those are the normal emails I've been getting from Netflix ever since I canceled it, right? So I wake up this day and I read the email from Netflix and it says, welcome back. And I was like, what?
Mm.
Welcome back. I was like,
Oh
what do you
dear.
mean welcome back? So I go into it and it says, you have reactivated your Netflix account. And I was like,
Hacked.
what the hell? I was like, this is a joke, right? Like I was pissed. So
Right.
immediately I called Corey. I was like, babe, does does your does like your mom is she using our Netflix? Like who's using our Netflix right now?
Right.
I was like, she's like, nobody should be because we said we were canceling it and we told everybody. So I was like,
How many
yeah.
people were on your Netflix that you had to like send out a,
So
of
it's me and Corey, obviously, and
course.
then there's my uncle, there's her mother, and then she kind of uses it for like Pennsylvania, and then there's that's it. Oh no, there's Mariella, right?
Can you even
And
have that many people on one Netflix? I feel like
well, they have access to it, but obviously you can't all watch it at the same time. But like
so.
either
Do you ever go
once
on
you have the
Netflix and it's
email,
like, oh, too many people are watching it?
right? Yeah,
Oh, man,
yeah,
I've
and
had
then
that.
I just don't watch it. I'm just like, all right, I'll find something else to
Now, who
watch.
are you paying for? You were paying for this Netflix?
I was the one paying for it,
See,
right?
if I was paying for it and I went on and like multiple people who were leeching off of me they're like, oh, you can't use it. I'd be like, one of you guys needs to get off. Sorry, like it's my Netflix.
I don't care. I don't care. Because there's like eight
It's like
other
a billion other,
streaming
yeah,
services,
that's true.
so it's just like,
That's true.
and like I'm not paying for like almost any of my streaming services. So,
Yeah,
shout out to my uncle who's like has great cable. So I just have his access.
play the system.
Um, yeah, old people still believe in cable, like
Yeah, of course. I mean,
they still think they need their cable box,
dude, I haven't had cable or of any kind since 2008. You know,
Yeah, they,
it's
they
been a
they
long
think they
time since
need
I've
it.
had that. I don't need that shit.
They really don't need it. I think they just like seeing the time still there. Like it's an old VCR thing that
Well,
they're
you
just
know what it is
programmed
though,
to
man.
have.
But it's hard to like really change something that you've been doing for like decades. Like it's just hard. Like you've had TV for so long, you can't imagine life without it. But then once you cut it and suddenly you only have like Netflix something, you realize
Yeah.
it's actually totally fine and you don't need it.
So wait, check this, right? I get the email says welcome back. I'm asking Corey. She's like, no, I don't know. I asked Mariella. I'm like, hey, like you using Netflix? She's like, no, you told me you cut it off. So I'm like, who the hell is using my Netflix? So I go on Netflix and you can see like the last device that was
Yeah.
logged in.
Oh,
I
here we
look
go.
and I'm looking, I'm playing detective now. So I'm like,
Yeah,
all
I
right,
was just gonna
who
say this is like a detective novel we
yeah,
got
I'm like,
going on
what
here.
was the last device? So it says Samsung TV. So I'm looking and I'm like,
Please
I
tell
only
me,
buy Samsung TVs, right? I
tell
only buy
me it was
Samsung
an
TVs.
ex-girlfriend. That's what I'm hoping the story ends with.
So no,
Oh, damn.
it doesn't end that way because I don't know who it is.
You didn't figure it out.
I didn't figure out. The IP address said that it was in my zip code, but it wasn't me or any of my family because nobody in my family, so my uncle has my Netflix login. Like, I know my mother
No one else
has
like
her
who lives
own.
with you could have maybe
No,
jumped on to like a thing.
no,
Unless
no.
unless you got hacked somehow. That's the only thing I can think about.
Unless I got the only way I thought about it is like, okay, I got hacked. So I immediately changed the password
Right.
and made sure everything was good and everything. But I'm like, I was upset. I was pissed
Well,
off.
yeah, you feel violated.
I was pissed. Yeah, I was like, I don't really care about the $14. I'm just more so annoyed that somebody had the balls to
That's the
activate
thing,
my
man.
account.
Pete, you know
Like
what it
that's
is?
that's what
That,
it is. Like, don't
that's
reactivate something.
but you know what it is? That's how people feel like if you've ever been like robbed or like someone broke into your car, it's like a violation. You're like, who's this is my stuff. It's not even so much the stuff you lost. You're like, who you just feel violated, like someone just violated your whole thing.
Yeah, like when somebody broke into my car and stole my laptop.
Oh, I remember that actually. Wasn't that back when we were filming the first season?
That was yeah, right?
In
Yeah,
2016?
yeah,
I think it was around that
yeah,
same
yeah.
time.
That was a while ago. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
randomly I needed a parking spot. I parked way further than I normal park,
That's
and
what happens.
come from work and boom. Like,
Well,
yeah, we
anyway,
got you.
ladies and gentlemen, if you have any great stories like Terrence's, feel free to email us.
Oh
The
no, I'm
great.
down for hearing stories for sure.
Yeah, if you have anything with a better ending, maybe like some crazy shit. I mean, that's true. Don't just make up a story. Email us thegrayareapodcast@gmail.com. Just like no one's emailed us. I'm kidding.
Or make up a story. You know, this is like
Yeah, I mean, it would spice up the podcast, I suppose. If you have some
if it's
great story.
entertaining.
Yeah. You know, I was listening to a different podcast, and someone wrote into them. They were like, "Is it okay to like wear underwear?" The guy was like, "My friend says he'll wear underwear for 5 days in a row." He's like, "I think 2 is the max. What do you guys think?" And they all were like aghast. They were like, "No, 1 day is you get 1 day with your underwear." And I was like, I guess it depends. I mean, generally speaking, yeah. If you're just sitting at home all day like I do, I mean, I don't really. I think it's fine if you rock it like 2 days in a row, but 5 days.
There's a
Jeez.
that 5 days
That's
is
if you like
dirty.
somehow
You're just dirty.
stranded. I don't know. Like if you're sitting at
Yeah,
home and your underwear is in the drawer next to you, I mean, what's the problem?
you're just dirty for 5 days.
Yeah.
Like now, I've been in a situation where it's like, you know, you wind up going out, can't make it home, you staying at somebody
Right.
else's
100%.
place, you know,
100%.
like those things where it's just like, okay, technically you're in the 2 days now. You know, I've
I
been
think it's not that serious. Like it's not like I'll be honest, man. Since this pandemic started, I barely leave my fucking apartment. Like there's nothing
yeah, I
open,
mean,
and so, dude, I'm sitting here all day. Is it do I change it every day? I don't. I'll be honest. But I'm just fucking. I'm not even next to anybody. I'm by myself. What does it
you ever did the
matter?
inside out trick?
I didn't know people really did. Someone on that podcast they mentioned that, and I was like, "Is that a real?" I thought that was like a fake thing people just said.
Nah, man, the inside out trick is it. I've done it a few times
That's if
where
like you're
I just
stranded for a
didn't do
week.
laundry. No, I didn't do laundry. And I'm down to my last, and I'm like, God damn it. Like, I gotta turn it inside out now.
Well, I guess the question though, Terrence, is what kind of underwear do you wear? You're not wearing boxers then.
Yeah, boxer briefs.
I feel like, well, boxer briefs are different than boxers. Boxers are like mini shorts. You're either
It's
wearing
the
the ones that
ones
are more
that
like snug on your legs, right? But then they'll have the space in the middle.
yeah, I like for it to fit like training pants.
Right. So that's what I wear too. Because
Yeah.
I feel like
Like
with boxers, they have like sometimes they have like buttons. I feel like if you turn that inside out, and I just ask them
no,
for
not the ones that look like swimming trunks.
that those are boxers. Boxers are the ones that are like
So what
short
am I talking about? Boxer briefs, right?
boxer briefs. Yeah.
Right.
Briefs are
Yeah,
like
yeah.
briefs. So there's
They're
there's
like
three
on your
there's
thigh, right? They come
three
down to
main
like
underwear. There's boxers, which
right.
are like shorts, briefs, which are like speedos, and then the boxer brief is the combination where it's like training shorts, like compression shorts almost.
There you go. Yeah. That's exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, me
I
too.
like those.
But that's the thing. If you have
You know,
boxers,
keep
there's no
everything
way
snug.
you're flipping your boxers inside out. Because what if you have buttons on the boxers? Like that's gonna be right up against your junk. That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
there's some people that like just don't like anything. Like I don't know how they do it, but
What you like going commando?
yeah, free ball.
No, that's crazy. I can't do that.
I've done it a few times.
Like when you went out into the world, or like just went to the store.
No, out to the world. I went to like the mall,
Nah,
free balling, you know, sweatpants. Great sweatpants season, you know?
sweatpants. That's such a black guy thing too. A black dude walking around with sweatpants and
Yeah,
no
do it.
underwear. Couldn't Kevin Hart have a joke about that?
It's not a is it a black guy thing?
I feel like it
Sweatpants?
is. I feel like sweatpants with no
I don't
underwear.
know. We might just look better in gray sweatpants, man.
I mean, I don't own a pair of sweatpants, or because
You don't own a pair of sweatpants?
no, I hate sweatpants. I think they don't look good on me, at least.
Like but the sweatpants I'm talking about is like the one like the basketball players wear.
Like shorts or sweatpants.
No, like the training, when before they take
like Ben
the
Wallace type shit, like where he's just wearing fucking all sweats.
yeah, like sweatpants, man. Just like Harlem Globetrotter sweatpants type, like just like chilling.
I mean, if you're talking
Like
about
joggers. That's what I'm talking about.
yes,
Joggers.
like they're made of a cloth. Yeah.
Yeah, joggers. Yeah.
No,
You don't have joggers,
I have like no, I have pajama bottoms, which I guess pretty close to be
bro.
fair.
You gotta get some joggers, man. Those are like the best thing to just throw on.
Listen, I can't leave my apartment if I'm wearing. I have to be wearing pants, like actual pants.
Like jeans.
Jeans or slacks, depending if I'm going somewhere. I can't wear sweats, bro. That's just
how are you comfortable in jeans all the time?
I'm always comfortable in jeans. Give me jeans. Jeans are famously the most comfortable. Like that's why everyone wears them.
Yeah, until they invented gray sweatpants, and then black guys just took it over.
So are gray sweatpants like what to men? What fucking yoga pants are to women?
Yes, yes, they love seeing us in it, and we love seeing them in it.
No. I think we like seeing women in yoga pants. I don't think they like seeing
I
dudes in
love seeing my
sweats.
girl in yoga pants.
Yeah, of
I
course, we
love
all
seeing
do.
her in yoga pants.
But I don't think women look at
She
guys.
likes seeing me in gray sweatpants.
Maybe in your, I don't think generally speaking, women are like, oh, look at that guy wearing sweats.
I think if you took a survey and asked women,
listen, ladies and gentlemen, feel free to write in.
100%.
Women, actually, sorry, men don't write in about this. Women, write in the Gray Area Podcast at Gmail. If you like, for some reason, if a guy walks on the street, listen, if me and you were sitting there, Terrance, and a woman walked by in yoga pants, we're gonna probably look over. The pirate comment might come up. Oh, we got a pirate.
I would respect
I don't think
her
women
first
do that.
as a human being and not an object first. That's one. And
cool.
then
first thing we would do is go, Terrance, this woman was walked by. I guarantee, smart, incredibly just nice, kind individual.
Exactly.
Thank God she probably has friends and family. She cared about. First and foremost, we'd say all that.
100%.
Following that, go, but of course, I can't help but notice we got a pirate walking by.
Yeah. Watch after
that full discussion. Of course. I don't think women are doing that when they see a guy walk by in sweatpants. I mean, if he's a good-looking guy, he's a good-looking guy, but I don't think the sweatpants thing is doing anything for him.
I think they're looking at. You ever notice that women look at guys from the bottom up?
I think they do that for everybody. I feel like women do a full up and down,
like a scan, like an up and down scan, right? 100%. Like I think when women do an up and down scan, guys, we don't. I feel like men don't have much. Like I don't have much, right? Like women, you have
like to look at.
Like when you see a woman, you're like, okay, well, she has the hair, the face, the eyes, the lips, the curves, the breasts, the hips. There's so much that you got to analyze.
They're amazing. I mean, I'm with you.
Right. So I feel like with guys, it's like, okay, well, how many features are you like keying in on?
That's the thing, man. I think it's, again, these are broad strokes about men and women. I just think women don't think about that stuff. I think women, it's not that they don't find like guys attractive, but I think we
need a female correspondent.
Well, I wish we had that. We could be like, hold on, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go to our female correspondent.
Like
so and she chimes in for like a 1 minute report, and then, all right, thank you so much.
We just need to link you in, really quick, because it's a fair question, right? It's like, what are you actually looking at? Like quick.
I'm telling you, I think when it comes to women, they look. It depends. Everyone's different. I think they look at you, and if you look like a bomb or someone they're not into, like certain things you're wearing, like it depends. If you walk up and your pants are down around your fucking below your ass, a lot of women are like, I don't have no interest in this guy. Whatever it is. I think they look at you.
That's why I always tried to make sure my shoes and my sneakers were like
shoes are important. Shoes are important.
Right. My shoes got to be clean, or they got to at least be like decent.
Terrance, today's Tuesday. We're gonna do a throwback Tuesday right now. When I first moved out here, I was 17 years old, and I met you when I was 18. I had no idea what I was doing. I was dressing like an idiot, especially with my shoes. As my best friend, you did not bring this to my attention for like years, that I need to be wearing better shoes.
Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah,
that was
like, my fault.
Bro, you were the one who's supposed to have my back on that one, especially since you're a much better dressed guy than I am. So you should have definitely been on that.
No, I failed you as a friend. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Absolutely.
Eventually, I got it.
The shoes were bad at first,
Yeah, I didn't know.
Then we picked them up. Yeah.
I didn't even know that was a thing. I had one pair of shoes for like 5 years moving out here. I didn't even know people cared about shoes like that, but they do. Now, Terrance, let me ask you a question. So let's say you have a cheeseburger in front of you, right?
I just had a cheeseburger from Smashburger earlier.
I had a cheeseburger yesterday for dinner.
Amazing.
All right, Terrance, quick question. Before we even ask the question I was going to ask you, fries. Now,
shout out to Smashburger, sponsor us.
Yeah, they sponsor, sure. Steak fries. You know what steak fries are?
Yeah, those are the thicker ones, right? Yeah.
Are those the best fries? I mean,
no, shoestrings.
No.
Nah, man, shoestrings fries.
Get a shoestring and wrap it around your neck for that comment.
With everything, shoestring fries.
No, I think shoestring are actually kind of lame. Crinkle cut are definitely up there. No, no, you don't
Was
like
that
crinkle cut?
Nathan's? Was that Nathan's, right? Nathan's does that.
Yes, yes. Nathan does do crinkle cut.
Yeah.
Those are fantastic.
Uh, no.
What do you mean no?
It's too much. It's like too much in it.
But shoestring are like not. I mean, those shouldn't even be considered fries though. Those, I mean, what are those? Those are. It's like it's
It's
like
a
if you get
snack.
cold
It's a
cuts.
snack.
It's like in up in New England, cold cuts. Like they don't do cold cuts like slices. They do like shavings, basically. That's basically what you're doing with the two.
They do what?
They basically do like shavings, where like you know how like in New York, the standard deli, like you say, I want it thin but not too thin. That's like the standard line.
Yeah.
Up in like New England, a bunch of weirdos. They do it like they go past that point to where it's not even thin, it's just like pieces of it.
Like they thinly like
It's
paper cut.
it's because they cut it too thin. It's no longer in slices, it's in like pieces. It's hard to describe. That's what they do up there.
That's
It's
stupid.
ass. It's ass. But no, shoestrings are whack. Steak fries, crinkle cut, potato wedges are good. I love potato wedges.
Potato wedges. That's the who does that? Is that KFC?
I mean, you're thinking all this in terms of like what establishment does it. I'm just talking general. Like I had a bag of
The
frozen.
only way I remember like where what
So
fries.
if I said waffle fries, what would you say?
Who does waffle fries?
Chick-fil-A, baby.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
What about tater tots? I feel like tater tots are good, but they're like different than fries.
Tater tots are both Nathan's, Checkers, and Smash.
This is why you eat too much fast food. This is how you can tell. Because you shouldn't know all this information. Okay, so let's say you had a burger in front of you. Now, when you pick it up to go take a bite out of it, and you're holding it, let's say you're holding it to your lips about to take a bite out of it. Where is the top bun? Is it facing up or is it facing down?
Top bun faces up. It's the top.
See, now, right. So I apparently, according to everyone else, eat burgers upside down because I grab the burger as I bring it to my mouth. I put my thumbs on top of it as I grab it, like where my hands are, and I lift it to my mouth. The top bun's now on the bottom. So
you just never learned how to eat a burger correctly, is what you're saying.
Correctly, I mean it's. I don't think it really matters. It's the same burger. I'm just saying that's how I've eaten it. I didn't realize.
Yeah, but it's a top and a bottom bun. It's a reason why they're called top and bottom.
Well, no, it's not. It's called that because you put the bottom, then you put everything on it, then you put the top on top of it. That's why it's called. Exactly. The way you eat it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but why would you eat it upside down?
I told you when I pick it up. When you go to grab it, you put your thumbs in the bottom. That to me is
so
weird.
When you eat up. So like, all right, let's say you had a sandwich on like just like some regular loaf of bread, right? The loaf of bread slices, right? Are you eating it backwards? Like the curved part is at the bottom?
No, I don't. That's a hell of a point.
Right.
That's a hell of a point.
Say that's eating the sandwich backwards. So I'm saying you're eating the sandwich upside down. That's
a fantastic point, Terrance. No one has ever shut me down ever as well as you just shut me down.
You gotta think about that.
A phenomenal point. Who the hell if I saw someone eating like a Wonder Bread sandwich backwards,
you call them a serial killer.
Yeah, you got to walk away from that person. Like they might, cut you up in the night.
Who the hell is doing that?
So yeah, I mean, you know what? No one's ever pointed it out until I thought about it one day, and then people were like, "Oh no, it's upside down." And I'm like, "It's not upside down though." But I don't know. Maybe I got to rethink my whole life.
No, you do. Yeah. It's completely upside down, bro.
All right, so Terrance,
I feel like I have to tell you that.
I had a burger last night, but I'm fresh out of fries, so I can't eat one tonight. However, the next time I eat a burger, I will eat it your way, and I'll report back.
You're not eating fries without you're not eating a burger without fries.
I mean, come on, I'm kind of crazy person to do that. What am I going to eat with it? Come on. I mean, that's like saying, are you going to eat
potato chips?
What? No, it's not a barbecue, Terrance. No.
You eat potato chips with.
I don't have any potato chips on tap right now, but no, dude. No, it's got to be fries or onion rings. Like if I'm going to be eating a burger, I mean, it's got to be one of those. Yeah, I guess I've been eating burgers. I mean, that was a great question, Terrance. You hit me with.
I mean, you got to think about it, man.
It puts things in perspective. That's what the show is about, Terrance. Putting our lives into perspective. You know what, Terrence? You ever? I think we talked about this we talked about this once before, but you ever seen someone who has like a really bad tattoo? Like you just like not even like
Yes.
you ever seen someone have a tattoo that is either of a person that they like a family member or something, or they have a tattoo in reference to that person, and you're like, what the fuck is that?
But
But
you
you
can't be
can't.
disrespectful. You
Yeah,
can't.
you can't say that to them. Like if you got I got my baby tattooed, but it looks like ass. You can't be like, oh man,
Looks like
that's
one of the
terrible.
gremlins.
Yeah, you can't just tell them that, right? You gotta be like, looks great, bro.
What's one of your worst tattoos to see? And I don't have any tattoos, by the
I
way.
don't know tattoos
But
either.
but what's one of your worst tattoos to see?
Like kind of like placement or just like
No. Just in general.
I don't know if I have a specific one that I've seen that is especially bad.
I'll tell you mine. It
Yeah.
pisses me off every time.
Oh, here we go.
I hate when I see someone with a tattoo of their own goddamn name.
That
It
yeah.
it it
The
is
first
it
name
is
or
completely their first name. Their first name. I hate
that's
when
weird.
I see that
That's
because it's like
weird.
wearing a name tag for the rest of your life,
It's also just like
right?
what is it in case you forget or something? Like what's the it's not
Right.
like
Why would
memento where
you
you forget.
tattoo your own name on you? Is
Nah, I
just
agree.
idiotic at that point.
Yeah, it is. It is. I have a friend. I have a friend who decent enough friends. His father. Now here's the thing. His father apparently was a detective in New York City in the 1970s. Now that is a badge of honor, Terrence, because fucking shit if you were a cop in New York City in the 70s. I mean that's like I mean legitimately that's like I would wear that as a badge of honor just saying that, right? I'm sure you know. But so his son, who's my friend, he got a tattoo of his dad, you know, like his shield, like the badge.
Yeah, I follow.
So he got that on his like pec, but he got it like four times the size of the actual badge. So it takes up like his entire left quadrant of his chest. But it's like what? It's one of those things where you're
So
like,
he
man,
has a badge on his chest,
but imagine normal cop badge, but like four times the size.
a police badge
Yeah,
tatted on his chest.
his father's badge, and it's like it's one of those things. Just like I said, you can't go, bro, that's terrible, because it's like, oh, it's on his father's still alive, it's not he's dead, but it's one of those things. You're like, what the fuck are you doing? You were a cop in the 70s. He was, and also, why is it so big?
Uh, that's gotta be up there.
That's
I
not
think that's
good, you
gotta be
know.
up there.
If he just got like the actual badge size, it would make it a little bit better. Still kind of weird, but because he's not a cop, nor does he live in New York, nor has he ever had any of those things. So it's just a
I
weird thing.
mean, but you know what? I'm more accepted to the people that get tattoos that are meaningful, that have like a real meaning behind it.
This is a reason, right? Yeah.
You know, like yeah, at least there's like all
Unless
right, cool.
you ever
Like
have
that
someone
that makes sense.
who someone says something like that, but it's like a bullshit reason. Like I knew a girl who had like a rose on her thigh. She was like, "Oh my,"
A rose on her thigh.
yeah, and she was like, "Oh, my grandmother died a few years ago, and her name was Rose." And I was like, "That's thin, man. That's a thin. That's thin that you're saying that's the reason you got that tattoo." Man.
You saying you're reaching with that one? So
Yeah,
she
that's
was reaching?
exactly what I'm saying. That's a reach, bro. Like, come on. You could have gotten her name if you really were doing. You got her name or
Oh,
the date she was alive and everything. A
I like what she
rose.
was going with it though. I like the energy she was trying to bring
It's a
with
bit
it.
thin. I mean, I will let that one pass, but it's a little thin. I think that's thin because her name was Rose. I mean, that's not. Oh man, but yeah, I don't know, man. It's I don't have any tattoos, and if I get a tattoo, because I probably will only get like one in my life, it would have to be something meaningful.
I said the same thing. I'm not
Yeah.
against it. I definitely want to get one, but I need it to be like it needs to serve a purpose.
Right, because and that's the thing. Listen, if you're the type of person who has like 10 tattoos and they all mean nothing, cool. I have nothing against that, like genuinely. But since I'm
Right.
not going to be one of those people who has like 10, I'm probably gonna have one. It has to be something. And that's the thing. What do I love enough to do that? The answer is I don't know. Nothing. I think.
How much do you love basketball?
I was
People get
thinking.
their teams tatted
I was
all the time.
thinking about the Nets. That they're the
The
only thing.
Brooklyn Nets tattoo is one of the most popular tattoos right now.
Think they're the logo, which actually looks
The
like a
logo
police badge, was just
is
that
just a
little.
no, the new one, the basketball one with the B.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, it's in that logo is in. You know what I'm talking about? Like it's like it's basically it looks like a police shield. It says
It's
Nets on
inside
top,
the
and it has
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
B in there. Yeah,
It's inside of that.
or just the
But like I
B in the
know
basketball is actually pretty hot.
I know a lot. Yeah, I know a lot of people with just to be in the basketball.
Terrence, if I
There's
told you
a
that
lot of people with that.
if I told you that like in 2 weeks I'm going to get that logo and then it says 2021 champions on it, would you be like, I'm all right, cool? Or would you be like, I don't know about that.
You know what? I'd let it rock only because I feel like you can change the numbers. Like a good artist would be able to like
A 1 to a 2. What if it never
yeah, you
happens?
know, like
It never happens. Then I'm screwed.
a good artist would be able to like change it up, you know, really, really good. So
Maybe.
I'd be like, you know what?
I would never do something stupid.
I'm down for like predicting the future. I'm down for like who did that? Jason Terry. He had the
Did Jason Terry do it? I think he did. Yeah, I think you're right. I think
he had like
heard about this.
what was it when he was at the Celtics, right?
No, he won it with
He like
the Mavs. So,
no, he won with the Mavs, but like he like tat it again?
did he? I could Google that. I could Google that right now if you want.
I think he
Jason
tatted
Terry
it
tattoo.
again.
To be fair, that's one of his autofills on Google.
It's like
Jason Terry got the Larry O'Brien trophy tattooed before the Mavs championship started.
oh, so it was just that.
So he
Okay.
did. That's insane, dude. Because no one thought they were going to win that title. Not even Mark Cuban.
Not even Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah, they didn't think they were going to win that. They were this heavy underdogs.
Even Dirk was out there like, hey, look, we just going to try.
I mean, this isn't this. So if you are interested in our basketball thoughts, ladies and gentlemen, tune into our upcoming podcast, The Backcourt, which will be we'll be putting that out soon. You got to give him. I don't know if he's crazy or if he's just precog, but that's impressive, man. Because no one thought they were winning that.
Complete confidence in your abilities, right? Or believing in your teammates or whatever the case may be.
That team was such a ragtag group, man. You had like Dirk, who was like kind of leaving his prime, maybe that edge of it. And then you had like Jason Kidd in his like one of his last seasons. You had like, Sean Marion, no longer the all-star Sean Marion, like Jason Terry. And like that was a weird group to win it. Like they were just a weird, like Tyson Chandler was admittedly in his prime, but they were a team that should never have been that good, but they just were. And Mark Cuban blew it up following that summer. So I guess he thought the same thing.
Yeah.
They haven't been in the second round since. Anyway. But yeah, dude.
I gotta go with this really quick though, right?
Shoot.
Because I had this question I was trying to figure out this week, right? When do you know? And we might have talked.
Oh, Terrance.
No.
Big question, Terrance. I don't know if we have enough time to talk about.
I mean, that's a whole nother world.
A whole episode.
I don't even know if you can go there. Have you been in love? You been in love?
Yeah, I've been in love. I've been in love. Okay. I would say 3 times.
Yeah.
I mean,
you believe in that the Bronx Tale saying where it's like you only get 3 love of your lives?
Is that what it? Well, I don't love of my life. I don't know. Is that the same thing?
Sonny was telling the kid, he was like, you only get 3 chances at love.
I mean,
a real love.
That's the thing. If we're talking about like a woman who I was in love with, who I was like, this is the one. I'm definitely the one.
Yeah. Like
that's only happened once. That's only happened once.
Okay, all right. So there.
I still think I've been in love 3 times though. Like 3.
2.
Yeah. I hope I mean. Damn, if I'm done now, not much to live for.
Okay, but look, check this, right? Because you're getting older, right? So as you getting older, you realize that you're not really meeting a lot of new people. You're not, like it's harder for you to just be like, this is a new person I'm meeting, and they're my friend.
I hope the end of this question perks me up because you are bringing me down with this.
Right? But like, how do you know when it's time for you to kind of just cut people off and like shorten your circle? Or
hold on a second. You're talking about friends, or you're talking about like
like it's just like, you know what, this person is just not, they're not bringing the same energy into my life anymore.
That's a great question. Um,
Like where do you see that? Because it's like, like I don't hate you. You didn't do anything wrong to me. We're just not on the same level anymore.
Terrance, it's a fantastic question. I actually have a kind of almost a story about that. I think we talked about this recently, but I don't think, first of all, I don't think it's an age thing. Like, I think I've been a proponent of like cutting people out of your life if they're just, like I said, they're not bringing that like what you need. It's not good, but it's funny you say that. Literally last month, there was a good friend of mine who I've known for 10 years at this point. Okay, a long time. Um, and we've been good friends. Everything's been good. And over the last like few months of the year of 2020, me, him, and another friend of ours were in this group chat, and we were sending like audio messages back and forth. and and yeah, things were really good. We were actually talking a lot. It was like a really fun chat, and things were good. And then there was this doofy little argument we got into, and it meant nothing. It was like a dumb thing, meant nothing. But he like blew up about it. Like like nothing like horrible was said, but he just got all offended by it. And literally that night, like it was like an hour or two later, I was like, "Hey man, like I'm sorry, like dumb little fight. Like we both kind of said, we're a little angry. I'm sorry." He didn't respond. A few months later, not a few months later, sorry, a few days later, I reach out to him, doesn't respond. In the group chat, we say if he messaged, he doesn't respond. He's just gone ghost. So finally, this other friend in the chat, she was like, "So what, are you guys not friends?" And I was like, "I don't know what you want me to do. Like, I've reached out to him individually in the chat. He's just gone ghost." So eventually he reached back out and he was like, "Oh, well, I accept your apology and everything, man, but I just don't like to be,
Yeah.
like talk to you in that way or whatever." And I was like, "Okay." I was like, "Are you going to apologize?"
But you're speaking in the sense of like you guys had like a kind of little back and forth though, right?
Yeah, that's what it was. It wasn't like any one person did anything overly
Yeah.
wrong. It was like one person says something, the other person says something a little worse, and then it kind of becomes. It was
All
a
right, but
really
what if? All right, hypothetically, right?
Mhm.
Hypothetically, what if nothing wrong happened, right? Like, what
What do you mean,
if,
like just?
like, yeah, like, what if you just woke up one day and was like, you know what, like, I'm not feeling this dude energy no more. We're not on the same page anymore. Like, we're just not clicking. Like,
Honestly, man, I think.
how do you express that then?
I mean, you can. There's two options really. Either one, you can just try to ghost them, not ghost them, but like to see if it just fizzles on its own. Like where you're just like, I'm not gonna like say much to them.
Yeah.
If they do try to say stuff, like they try to like reach out a few times, sometimes you gotta just straight up tell them. I've done that before where I'm like, listen, like it's kind of weird. But, like, I don't know, me and you just aren't really on the same page anymore.
I think
Like
it's harder for men to do that, honestly. I think
it is.
men
Sure.
play the whole macho thing. You don't really want to say something like that to somebody, so you're more so just kind of saying nothing.
Yeah, but
And you're kind of
I
just letting
mean,
it fall at the
yeah,
wayside.
I'm not like that though. I would rather I'm very open with stuff like that. Like I would just say it. And I've done, like I said, I've done it before. Like in this situation I was just talking about, it ended with nothing happening. Like he wouldn't apologize. I already apologized, but in his head,
Yeah.
because he was offended, even though I was too, because he was offended, he can do whatever he wants.
You think it's too far gone now?
Maybe. I mean, listen, it's just like you said to start this question off. Like it's kind of just an immature mentality of like number one, oh well, I was offended, so that I can do whatever I want. And it's fine. That's immature. Number one. Number two, listen, realizing that like in an argument, most arguments are not any one person's fault, because even if one person says something wrong, if you're reacting super negatively and you start going back and forth, then you're still to blame as well. And so in those situations, you got to be like, listen, like I'm sorry for what I said in the argument, and the other person should say the same thing, and then you move on. Like that's the mature thing to do. And I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with me and him. I haven't talked to him in over a month.
Okay, that's not that bad.
Huh?
Like it's not that bad. You haven't talked over a month. It's
I
not
mean,
that
I'm just
bad.
saying, but like he's stubborn and he has not changed in like the 10 years I've met him. I don't see him suddenly going, you know what, man, you're right. Like, I'm sorry too about that. Like, it's stupid. Let's just move on. Like he has the mentality of like he's a prize and I
But
more
see,
can be friends with him.
now you're in and you probably don't care, but now you're in a point where it's like, you know what? I potentially got to cross one person off my friend list,
Listen,
and
bro,
that I
it's
may
sad.
not make that up. Like
Oh
because like
yeah,
I said, we're getting older.
that's
Like come on, like
honestly,
you gonna
man,
feel
that's a
somebody else for 10
really
years again?
it's like you said, that's a really good point. That's genuinely like a poignant point actually of like you're right. As we get older, like you make less friends. Like we're both in our 30s now. Like it's not you don't really make friends nearly as much. But what is the scenario? I need to beg him to be my friend?
No, of course not.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So like, you're absolutely. I thought about that too. Yes, it sucks. He's a close friend of mine, and crossing a close friend of it sucks. Like crossing them off your list, basically. But I don't know what else to do. Like I need a mature friend. I need someone who can just be mature about what's going on in life, and he's just not that guy.
Not for sure.
So I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I feel you. I
Good
get
point.
it. I wouldn't say like I'm in a situation like that. I'm just kind of like doing a little self, assessment of like, the people around me and, the things that, I'm kind of like learning from different people. Cause, you feel like, with all your friends, you feel like, you gain something from your friends, right? Like you got
You
friends for a
should, yeah.
reason,
Sure.
like I got this friend that probably helps me in this field and this friend that probably is better in this field. And I learned from this person or whatever it may be. You start to look around and you start to like do that assessment. You start realizing, where your friends are at. And you're like, okay, cool. So what's everybody bringing to the table? And it might sound selfish,
No, it's
but
not selfish. I mean, your friends have to be able to provide you with nothing literal, but like if they need to like be there for you and be like whatever that is. They can't just be like this friend who's like dragging you down.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like there's a like old Jerry Seinfeld skit or whatever. He's like, well, why are your friends so horrible? And he's like, these are the people you chose. Like
Mm.
you chose these people to be in your life, and then they're horrible. So it's,
Yeah.
it's just like it's like were you lying to me at first? Like what's happening here? Like
I
so
think
that's
it's an
where it
interesting thing.
goes.
I think sometimes like it's interesting. 'Cause I think sometimes it's that people change. Other times I think it's that people don't change. Like in this situation I'm in with this friend, I think the problem is he hasn't changed, dude. 10 years I've known him, Terrence. You've known me now for coming up on 12. Okay, in the 12 yeah, 12
Uh,
years meeting bumps on each other. In that time, Terrence, have you think I've changed in the last 12 years? I've grown.
yeah, like changed, like grown, absolutely, 100%.
Right. And that's same thing for you. I would absolutely say you've grown a ton, and you're not. It's not like you're a completely different person, but you've changed and grown and
Right,
matured
you
a
change.
lot.
Yeah, 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 for
I
sure.
can't say the same for this guy, and that saddens me. But like that's kind of his thing. He never changes. He's still spouting the same shit he was spouting then. It's like, dude, and he's 5 years older than me and you. He's in 35 at this point. So it's like, dude, you gotta like learn to grow. And so that's why like when all this went down, I remember I was talking to the other friend, and she was like, "So well, you guys aren't friends anymore?" And I was like, honestly, I think it's like it is kind of over. And she said, no, it doesn't be that way. And I'm like, I'm not saying this to be that way, but I know him. I know he's not gonna like back down. I applauded. I did what I need to do. He refuses to be that guy. So I'm like, I
So
kind
wait,
of.
really, really quick. So you mentioned like him being older, right?
Mhm.
So I got a quick question though. Like, how old are you when you're the old guy in the club picking up chicks?
The club, the bar. I don't
Like
know,
the
man. I
bar,
mean,
club, bar.
when
Like
you start getting to your late 30s, I think it's a
I say 32.
nah.
I say
Not anymore, dude. Not
32.
anymore. That's not even that. That's nothing
You
anymore.
don't think 32 is they're like you becoming the old guy and at
So
the
you're
bar
only
hitting
saying
on
that because
chicks?
you're only saying that because you're like settled down. Is the only reason
No,
you're
I
thinking
say
that?
that because I never wanted to be 30 in the club hitting on chicks. I
I
never
mean,
want to be 30 hitting on chicks.
no. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't go to clubs virtually ever. So I mean, I'm not the best, quite person to ask
But
this
like,
question
okay,
to.
but you go to like hang out at bars though.
Yeah, sometimes.
You go to hang out at bars. So
I don't know, man. I
like
think I don't know,
that
man.
part.
In a lot of ways, there really is no age. Like, it doesn't matter if you're in your 50s, whatever. But it depends. If you're some 50-year-old dude talking to like some 20-year-old girl at a bar, I'd be like, I don't know, dude. Like, maybe that comes off as creepy to there. Like, unless she's into it, though. Who knows?
She wants a little sugar daddy.
Well, if that's why, I mean,
I mean,
yeah,
look, what to each his own, right?
yeah, 100%.
I always felt like, it was like maybe personally, I never wanted to hit like 32 and
Well,
still
hold on.
like
Is the
be
question
looking.
is the is the question how old is too old to just be going to bar chilling, or how old to be that guy who's like
I mean, you
trying
can
to just
always
pick?
go to the bar and
But I'm saying,
chill.
is the question how old is to be that guy who is just always looking for some new girl at the bar every weekend?
Yeah, yeah,
The
to
question,
pick up. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
that is
Okay,
more
so
so on
if
that.
that's the
Like,
question, then yeah, at some point, probably I think in your 30s, maybe not 32, maybe like 35, 36. But yeah, I don't know. You shouldn't be in your 40s like trying to pick up a new chick like all the time, like that kind of mentality. That's like a younger mentality.
right. So you get
So
to the bar and you're like, I'm like 37 and I'm still going to the bar and
And you're
like
like, all right, this weekend, man, let's see what happens. And the next weekend,
looking,
you're like, all
yeah,
right, let's go
like
back. Like, that's like, yeah, it's
eventually you become the old creep, man.
actually
It's
real.
just like, yo,
Bro,
like,
listen, I'm already feeling like a creep, not even because I'm doing anything like that, but I'm 30, I'm going to college. These kids are 17, 18, 20, 19 years old, bro. Like, I feel fucking old now. Like literally, there were two people in one of my classes. We had like a group chat to make sure we get that because the teacher was a little confusing, and both
yeah,
of them turned 18 in the semester. And they were 17-year-old children, and I was talking to them. You know, and
god
this wasn't a
damn,
bar situation. This is a school. I just knew them because I was in class with them. That makes you feel fucking real old. So let me tell you what.
god damn.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, that's bro. You realize how old you kind of are when you're 30. Oh well, this person's 17. Like they're
Bro, you know
literally
how
17.
I felt like I was old when I saw freaking Selena Gomez. She has like a show on HBO now.
Gomez. Oh yeah, she did. I've seen like the previous
She has
clip.
she has a show at like HBO Max. So my girlfriend was watching it last night, and I looked. I was like, that's Selena Gomez, and I'm like, I remember this chick from being on the Disney Channel.
What was she? Was she from High School Musical? Is that her?
No, she was
I know that name. I couldn't tell you anything about her.
she was on something from the Disney Channel. I know that much, and I know
Let me Google.
I
Let me Google this. Google that
it
shitty.
was a while ago, but
Selena.
I looked at her. I was like, God, this like I'm old. I'm old because I remember
Why'd that make you feel old? Because you just remember her
because
from
I remember seeing her as a kid, and I feel like the celebrities on
Wizards
TV.
of Waverly Place is the show.
It was on Disney Channel.
Yeah.
So you ever feel like the kids that was on the TV show, they age faster. All of a sudden, you look and you're like, God damn, that's
Oh,
Macaulay Culkin.
100%.
It's
100%,
like,
dude.
you're like, yo,
Especially,
you just
especially when I
slapping
was
your
a
face,
kid. Especially when I was a kid, I'd see a movie or something, and they'd be like a kid, and I looks over, he's like 7 years old than me. Like the fuck?
right? It's like I remember you setting up traps like 2 years ago. I just saw the movie. You setting up traps for the
Yep.
guys that fall down the stairs.
Yep. Now
Now,
you're 90.
yeah, like what the heck?
No, it is crazy, man. Yeah, it's weird, bro. It's a weird time. Man, it's weird. Like it's weird
Look
getting
at us
older.
reminiscing
Not that
how
we're
old
old,
we
but
are now.
we are though, man. Listen, we're not
Sitting here
old.
reminiscing
Listen,
about being old.
here's the thing, Terrance. We're not old, but we're not young anymore, man. Like we're in our 30s. Like we're no longer kids.
The name
You
of this
know?
episode is "You Old Thing."
You old bag.
You old.
No, it is one of those things where like
Actually,
we're
back in my day,
we're not,
yeah.
but
I hate the people to start the sentence like that,
Terrence,
right? But back in my day,
that's where we're at, man. Like there's like listen, I was thinking about this recently. When Facebook started up when we first started to become like teenagers. That's when Facebook and MySpace, all that stuff started, and then
oh my gosh, if
Twitter.
only we knew how to invest.
Yeah, really, right? But then Twitter, all that stuff started like in the mid to late 2000s, right? And originally we were the generation of that, and so we were all on those apps. But then we're at the point where it's been so long, Terrence, and we're actually old enough to where there's a new generation of kids on these apps, and we're the older ones. Like we are no longer the young ones on the app anymore. There's like a bunch of kids who are like 16, 20, 21 who are on this app.
You know what I will say though about this new generation?
Hmm.
They will not have better or cooler dances than we had.
What dances do we have?
We had stuff like the Harlem Shake. We had stuff like the Dougie. We had like the what was the little the step in the name of love stuff. We had a lot of cooler. We had even the Macarena.
Macarena was not actually cool though. It's quite lame, but it was cool at the time. Yeah.
We had a lot of cooler dances than these kids have now. I watched them on
Why did the
TikTok and
Macarena
stuff.
take off? You ever wondered about that?
Macarena was huge. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
but I'm saying why? Like it was literally these two old dudes who have been playing music for years and years, and for some reason this I don't know. Was it because it was a dance? Was it because there was a specific
It was a dance. It was that's the formula. That's the formula. Dance.
like Mambo number
Look,
5? You know
Mamba number 5, bro.
that's a
Mamba number 5.
we never got the Mambo number 6,
Yo,
just that one.
first of all, why did it start at 5?
Don't know. You know what's crazy about that song, Terrence? So it was a one-hit wonder, obviously, for Lou Bega, whatever his name was. But you know what's crazy? That wasn't even originally his song. It was from a song from like the 30s. that he like sampled heavily and made that version of it, but it wasn't even his original idea.
Mama Number 5 was a shit though.
A
little bit of Erica in my life.
I do think, Terrance, I think we lived in the last era of one-hit wonders. I don't think that really exists anymore in terms of music.
No, I think they're all one-hit wonders now. They're all freaking one-hit wonders. Like, how could you not have a one-hit wonder now?
No, but like a one-hit wonder, I'm saying like you make one song and you never hear from the band again. I think they're all that now. No, I don't think so.
They're all because music is just coming so frequently.
All media is as a whole, man. Movies, TV,
right? It's just coming so fast. You hear a song, you'll love it, and then you don't even remember the name of the person that made it. You're just like, oh, like this is a good song, I like it, or whatever. And then next Friday, there's 1,000 more songs coming out.
Yeah, that was growing up, man. Like the world seemed much bigger, right? Because Mambo Number 5, for instance, comes out.
Oh wait.
You playing it? We're gonna get a fucking copyright strike for this.
But I gotta like interrupt it.
Lou Bega's coming for those dollars, man.
This song though, when it came out, it was like
it's hot, man. It's hot. It still is good.
Let me cut it off before we get
before Vega comes for those YouTube dollars we're making. But here's the thing about that, right? That song
YouTube sucks.
That song comes out, it's huge, right? And then every radio station plays it because that's the hotness.
Everybody's jumping. Yep.
And now it's like you said, like you put it out and it might be good, but does it capture everyone? No, because there's a billion songs. Everyone's
back then, a song lasts for weeks a while,
weeks and
months, and times like that or whatever. A song lasts, and you were able to enjoy it. One, two, how you were taking it in, you would hear it everywhere.
Yeah, every radio station be playing it.
I'm hearing it everywhere. But also you're able to curate, like I got a playlist of songs that I like to hear and I'll just continue to add to it, as it goes. As I hear songs that I like, I'll continue to add to it. So it's completely different how they're viewing music now.
Dude, that's the thing, the media, it is crazy. Like I said, TV shows, movies, music, video games, books, like it's insane. Like there's so much of all that stuff. It is like almost overwhelming sometimes. You're like, fuck, dude. Like that's the thing. That's why I've always said, like, just having like one streaming service is actually the best in my opinion, because while you do miss out on stuff, you're able to focus in on just this one program, one platform, and you watch what they have. And you miss
never be able to agree. The companies will never be able to agree to that.
No, they won't ever agree. But I'm saying, like with me, like I prefer to have like one or two, and that's it.
Get Plex.
And we got to talk about that off air. We talked about that before. We're talking about it off air.
Nah, yeah, we got to talk about it off air, bro. I got everything on Plex. Shout out to the hackers.
That might be us, man. If we go into network.
Oh no, it won't.
We'll be defending it.
Yeah, we'll be defending it.
To be fair,
you're like legal hackers.
To be fair, if you do the network defending, you have to take an oath because you're becoming a hacker, but a white hat for. You have to be like, you're basically saying I'm becoming a hacker for the good guys. You have to actually take like a thing that says like I'm not going to use these skills for bad because you're learning how to hack. Do you know that?
I'm looking forward to that.
All right, Terrance. We're gonna end on one final quick question. Okay. Well, not quick, but so you ever see like, there's some story about like some woman or some person or whatever got like attacked by a dog, fucking rips off half their fucking arm, fucking 38 stitches up their face, all this crazy shit.
Yeah.
I don't get that, because if one dog attacked me, Terrance, if a single dog attacked me, come on, he's gonna do that much damage to me. Like if I'm walking on the street, big ass dog comes to kill me, jumps up at me, takes me down. What's he really gonna do, man? Come on, man. He's gonna be able to damage me in every possible way.
Wait a second.
It's ridiculous.
I feel like I know where this is going. Is this the I could beat a bear story?
No, it's not that. It's an honest question though. I mean, if a big dog came at you, do you think he would fuck you up, or maybe he grabs your arm, he does some damage there, but is he really taking like multiple things from you? He's really like gonna
Bro,
cause like all that damage, one dog?
yeah. Do you know how strong a jaw of a pit bull is?
I do. I've had pit bulls before, but what I'm saying, okay, so one pit bull comes up, grabs me by the fucking arm, right? He won't let go. Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Lockjaw.
Okay, yeah, lockjaw. I'm 100% with you on this. Okay, but at that point, I go, okay, I'm a human. He can't just control the situation. If he has my arm, he's janking me. I'll go shit. I then get up and I grab him, and then that's it. And then he has my arm, and that's it. From there, I can't get him off immediately, but he
But
wouldn't
do
be able
you
to then
think you
grab my
think
neck,
like
grab my fucking
you
foot,
gotta understand something, like your adrenaline's rushing, you're probably
which
gonna
means I
be
could punch him in the head quicker, Terrance, just right in the fucking throat.
you think you're gonna be aware of those details as you're being attacked.
If I'm being attacked, like I said, if me and you walk down the street, big ass pitbull comes, just takes me, grabs my arm, yank it. I firmly believe, like, yeah, I'm not saying he wouldn't hurt my arm, but that's the most he's gonna do. He's not gonna do that. Let go for my neck. I'm gonna defend. I'm a human being. I have arms, Terrance, that would do. Honestly, I'd pin him. What's he gonna do? I pin him to the ground. That's it. I mean, I'm a human.
I think
I'm
you're
so
losing
much
this
bigger.
fight, by the way.
No,
I think you're losing this fight.
you think I could take one dog down?
I think you're losing this fight, Joe. I
You
think
think
you're
so? You think you're
underestimating
losing it
dogs, and I
too?
think you're losing this fight.
So one big pit bull comes after you. You're gonna take him down too?
Bro, a big pit bull coming to attack you, you're done.
No, no way. What are you talking about? Listen,
You're done.
I remember our famous bear conversation. I don't remember what I said. If I said I could take a bear, I rescind. I couldn't take a bear. A bear is like 400 pounds. It would squash me like a bug. A dog, one dog. I feel like 5 dogs came after me. It's like, wow, that's a lot. One dog, I just get on top of him. I mean, he hurt my arm, but I could pick him up.
All right. I mean, we'll test that theory. We'll just bring a camera to like one of those training sites where they train like the CIA dogs, and we'll just let you
We're
versus
gonna
the
test this
dog.
theory out. It cuts to like 8 months later.
We'll just let you go at it with the dog.
Me and you are walking the street. A dog attacks me. I'm like, Terrance, help me out. And you're like, nah, bro. Remember, you said you could take this.
You tough, right?
You just stand there looking at me. You got this, bro. I believe in you.
Yeah, you got this. You said you could beat the dog,
Terrance,
right?
he's ripped my arm off. You got this, brother. I believe in you.
Yeah, go ahead and take on Lassie.
I could take down one dog. That's ridiculous. I'm not saying I want to.
You versus Lassie.
I'm not. It's not Lassie. That's not a pit bull. What I'm saying is it doesn't have to be a pit bull. A big dog. I love pit bulls. By the way, pit bulls are super gentle. It's about how you raise them, just like everything else in the world.
Absolutely, they're very protective.
Ask anyone. That's many people think like pit bulls are like these horrible, terrible monsters. They're not. Any dog can be trained to be horrible or to be nice. You can train a Chihuahua to be horribly vicious, but they're Chihuahuas. They wouldn't do much damage. Pit bulls. I've had several pit bulls in my life. They're the most gentle fucking dogs in the world. Anyway, the point is, I just don't think one animal can take me down like that. One dog, I should say. Like come on, man. Like maybe at the end of it, my arm would be pretty fucked up. He'd have dug in and torn up some of that muscle shit.
If we ever decide to like sell the footage of you versus the dog, I'm betting on the dog. I'm just telling you in advance.
Well, I would never see.
I still love you like a brother, though.
I appreciate that. I'm a vegan. I would never want to fight a dog. I'm just saying, like, when I hear those stories, some grown ass person gets attacked by one dog and it mauls them and demolishes them. I'm like, you're a fucking pussy. What are you doing? One dog.
Yeah. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a dog and you would like your dog to fight Joseph,
no, I don't want these dogs to hit me. Please, I don't want them to fight me.
Please email us at thegrayareapodcast.com.
At gmail.com.
I am at gmail.com. I'm taking bets,
We're not doing this. I love animals. I would never want to fight an animal.
Joseph is the underdog in this fight.
Is there a pun there? I'm an underdog. Terrance, I think that brings us to the end of the show. Unless you got something else other than dog attacking me.
No, I mean you asked for it.
I did not say let's fight a dog. I never would fight a dog.
But you said you can beat the dog.
In a situation where a dog attacks me out in the world for some reason.
You said you can beat the dog.
Yeah, I would win that fight. I mean, I wouldn't hurt him, but I would get him off of me.
Over the dog.
What I'm saying is I would get him off of me. I would not be, and I would get him, and then he wouldn't be able to go, oh, well, now I'm going to bite your neck, and I'm going to
lop out your eye. You think you're going to outrun the dog after?
Outrun, no. But I would again. I'm a human. If I could pin him and hold him, and that's it. That's game over. What's he gonna do? He's gonna get out of that? He's a dog. He's gonna get out of that shit? Fucking no. Absolutely not. If I hold him down,
you fight a dog.
I'm just saying, what's he gonna do? He's gonna go, oh well, I'm a human, I can just get no, he's pinned. That's game.
Oh man.
That's what I'm saying, man. You know what, Terrance? That was our weekly unpopular opinion. That's our recurring segment.
Joe's gonna go down like Conor McGregor.
It's Conor McGregor. So
we didn't even touch on that, right? We didn't even touch on Conor McGregor this week.
It's his first loss, isn't it?
No, man.
That was his first loss.
Hell no. He's lost to I think Nate Diaz.
No,
Conor McGregor. Look up his record. Look up his record. He's
paralyzed.
He's lost a few times. He's lost a few times already.
What am I looking for? A record.
His fight record. Look, he's 22-5.
What's the O?
He's 22-5, 0 ties.
Oh, okay. So 22 wins, 5 losses. I thought it was. I think I've seen that stuff before. I guess I just thought it was like. Yeah. But which ones did he lose?
He just lost to Dustin.
He lost to Nate Diaz.
Poirier?
He lost to.
He lost to
Khabib.
a few people.
Okay, so maybe he's not that amazing anymore.
No, hell no. Conor McGregor's trash.
Well, I don't want him to trash. I mean, he's still working guys, but I don't know if trash is what I call him.
He's trash. He hit an old guy in a bar.
To be fair, listen.
He fought at the Barclays Center.
Time out.
He's trash.
Time out. He lost to Nate Diaz. He then beat Nate Diaz 6 months later. So I don't know, man. It's not.
I mean, what? You call it a wash?
I mean,
still a loss.
But he
losing a record.
But what I'm saying is he lost when he beat the same guy 6 months later. So listen, what was the thrill in Manila? Friggin' who
Muhammad Ali and
Tim Frazier? No, not Tim Frazier. Joe Frazier?
Joe
Frazier in Manila. I don't know why. Boxing people who
Joe Frazier. Yeah. Joe
Frazier.
Listen,
that was there was 3 fights over the course of those few years, and Ali won 2 of them. Does that mean Joe Frazier's a bad boxer? Fuck no. But he lost those 2 fights.
Thank you. Whatever. Conor McGregor's trash.
Conor McGregor's gonna knock you out. He hears this.
I mean, he can probably beat me, yeah, but it doesn't make him a better person. Now you just beat a guy who's not professionally trained. Now you're even more of a trash person now. What
I will say is I do think, I did see that video of him, hitting some old dude in the bar. That's bullshit. Fuck him for that. I have no
respect
he's
trash for that.
I'm saying as a fighter, I don't know if he's trash, but as a person, he might just be.
I'm calling him trash as a person. I'm not questioning his
I'm calling Kanye
skills.
West trash as a person. So there you go. There's our trash of the week.
Trash of the week.
Trash of the week. Take out the trash. If I add sound effects, Terrance, if I can figure it out, I'm gonna add in a garbage truck.
Come get your award, Connor.
I'm gonna add in a garbage truck noise to the background.
Yeah, who's your trash person of the week? Feel free to email us as well. I feel like people need to get this off their
Connor
chest.
And Kanye. Feel free to email us. podcast@gmail.com. We'll talk about it then.
Trash ass person.
But all right, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, feel free to email us. We'll be back next week, same time, same place. Not that it matters to you, because
you're not recording.
Yeah, because you just download this on your podcast service of choice.
Yeah.
That's
Shout out to every streaming service.
Shout out to streaming services. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, not everything's black and white. Most things are gray.
Peace.
Peace.